I'm Darlene. I'm here to do some readings for you. We're going to do a week ahead check in. I do have my mic on, right? Yes. And see what's coming toward my collective this week. And then if anybody wants a personal reading, I will certainly be available for that. Now, while I wait for a few of you to get here, let me pull myself up here on YouTube and we'll get started. Hope everybody has had a great week. There I am. There I am in my blue shirt. Okay, let me put this here. And then we can get it going. Okay, and we'll pin this, and I'm done with my business now. Yay, okay. However, I do have to say, y'all, I do not get any sponsorship from Steven Spielberg. But I went to see Disclosure Day yesterday. And oh my God, it was every bit, if not better than I expected. It was so good, so good. Boy, I tell you, I don't know how he keeps doing it year after year, but he does. He's magic. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. All right, enough promotions. What is coming to my collective this week? What do you want to ask for? Love? I'm hearing general. I know most of you like love, but I'm hearing general. So let's take a look at that. Hey, Erin, good evening. Welcome. So let's see what kind of general energy is coming toward my collective audience this week. Hey, Adia. How are you, love? Happy Sunday. I'm looking forward to talking with you this week. Been catching up. I was just saying, I don't know if you heard me or not, I went to see Disclosure Day yesterday. It was fabulous. It was really, really fabulous. So much in there that I could elaborate on. And I'm not talking about the aliens specifically. All right, hold on. Let's, but lest I get off topic, let me stay with this right now. Well, all right. Do you know, I said general, I didn't specify love, but this is somebody who could be coming in with leading with your heart. Now, this could be friend, family member, boss, co-worker, could be a lover. Leading with their heart this week. This is, I think I'm hearing they've tried to kick this can down the road and they haven't been able to. This is something they've been procrastinating doing. And possibly because whatever lesson there was for this person here, they had not yet learned it. And they still may not have learned it because I have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse and then the King of Cups in the upright here. I picked it up wrong. It is in reverse. Does say King? Yeah, King. King of Cups. Excuse me, not Pentacles. King of Cups. In reverse, I mean, in the upright. So this person, again, is leading with their feelings. This could be you. Maybe you've got a situation where you feel like you need to lead with your feelings. Hey, Miss Gracie, a.k.a. Mishy Bear. How are you, sweetie? Oh, well, I had intended to announce it this morning. I was tentative about the time. And I know people get upset. If you say you're going to be here at 6 and you're not, then I had some things to do and I wasn't sure that I was going to get them done. One of which was sidebar. I don't eat regular bread because I have a gluten sensitivity. So about once a month, I make myself a homemade loaf of gluten-free sourdough bread. And today was the day. So you can't predict how long it's going to take for it to rise. Just saying. Anyway. Oh, so that was a big part of my timing today. So let's see what's going on with this King Cups. You know, this could be you, but I really feel like it's somebody coming toward you. Now, I have to say, whatever has happened between you two, this person may feel in their heart of hearts like whatever this is they're coming in to talk to you about, this ship has sailed. Or let me restate that because I don't have a message here necessarily that somebody's coming in or going to message you if you're expecting that, because I know many of you are. But I do feel somehow, some way, you're encountering something this week or someone who feels, and again, this could be you, this ship has sailed. Well, that's interesting. All right, let me see what else. It was intended to be general reading because nobody was here yet to ask. But it could go either way. All right. What else about the story now? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Gee, there's so much that I'm getting off of this artwork in this King of Cups. The ship has sailed. I said that. Also, see how he's looking down? He's not even like, now, I know that's not the meaning. He's reflecting, okay, on his feelings here. But it almost makes me think of someone who I'm not going to make eye contact because they'll know what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. They're just like, you know how people do that? They'll they'll look down and they'll look everywhere but look you in the eye. Mm-hmm. Oh, this makes perfect sense. So you're I don't know, again, this is you or the person that coming toward you. Somebody here feels very defensive. And this also tells me you know this person because you don't have a nine of wands. Typically, it's not impossible, but typically you don't have this um, unless you've already had experiences with this person. So and in particular in this deck, I mean, look at the expression on her face. She's side eyeing. If there ever was a visual definition of side eyeing, that's what she's doing. And she's like, so. Mhm. And at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. Excuse me, Ten of Swords and Death. My goodness. My goodness. So someone I think here was feeling betrayed. Yes, I'm going to get more cards here. We are. Thank you, our moderators. Your boundaries are resolute. Girl, I hear you. I do hear that. hmm Here's another. I'm getting a lot of messages from the cards tonight from the artwork. Now, emotions excuse me, water in tarot represents emotions. Well, that is the king of emotions, right? And this little guy here, even though he's in reverse, if I'm just making a little sidebar here about the visuals, but look at all this greenery around him, right? Whereas in this card, she's standing on dry land here. Look, that just looks all dead and crunchy, maybe even behind her. So, mm-mm. She's saying, mm-mm, there is no green grass over here. Maybe that message applies to somebody. Oh, goodness. All right. Hey, Mish, I quit my gym. I quit it. I said, no. Speaking of boundaries, Adia, I had a situation I won't go into at length here, but I had a situation and I said, no, you don't treat me that way. No. Goodbye. After 3 years. Well, all right. This is somebody who has been reluctant to communicate. Again, this could be you, reluctant to communicate, trying to wait this out, is what I'm hearing. Trying to wait this out. I don't know what this is, but yeah, this is the hangman. You're trying to get a new perspective here, but feel like this is you saying, I'm going to sit over here and side eye this person until they get a new perspective, is what I think is happening for a lot of you in this reading. Hey, Matthew, how are you tonight? Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us. All right. Let me see what else. What in the world? I don't know what this is about, but interesting mix. We got pentacles and cups and wands. We got it all here. But I can say there's only one major arcana here. So I don't think this is necessarily some big monumental thing in your life. It's just what's happening this week for you. Of course, that card would come out. Spirit saying patience, patience, while I balance this out. Thank you, Michelle. Take a back seat over there. I'm going to, Spirit is saying, I'm going to try to balance this out. I'm working on it behind the scenes. I know you can't see it, but I'm working on this behind the scenes. Okay. Now that's two major arcana, and they're both in the upright. I like that. God, the artwork, I just can't believe how much is talking to me tonight. This lack of communication in this situation has been about one thing, is what I'm hearing. This is the Eight of Wands in the upright. Now, it came out in reverse. But see how this is different than the artwork in most of the other tarot decks. All of these wands are coming together, meeting at that one point, that one, it's like I'm hearing sticking point. Gosh, I wish I knew what this was. This is interesting. Too many. Can't take all those, Spirit. Can't take all those. Mish, also thank you for commenting on my little mini video. I was doing a little test run with some titles there, and I'm going to start uploading some shorts, but I know that wasn't uploaded as a short, but I was doing a little test, a little market testing. Well, okay, so yeah, you can't see it. You haven't been able to see it. Things starting to come to the light now. All right. What else? Or this week, I think, even I'm hearing. Thank you. Yeah, we love that. The Sun card, that's the happiest card in the tarot deck. And it means just about what you think it would be. Happiness, satisfaction, can be illumination about something. I mean, look how open she is. Her body is just, oh, bring it on, bring it on. Isn't it beautiful? Such lovely artwork. Hey, Derek, how are you tonight, sweetie? How's life in your world? What you been up to this week? Ah, ooh. Well, okay. This is definitely taking a turn here. And I tell you what, I think this is Spirit says they're balancing this out. They're working behind the scenes. They've been working behind the scenes, but this might be the week where these things are illuminated. Whatever the situation is, light shed on this that makes you happy, that might just change this situation. It might turn it around, make it, this is the Empress, the card of fertility and growth, nurturing. So maybe that's the change that's going to happen here when spirit's done working behind the scenes. A new beginning is coming for somebody. Okay. I want two more. Give me two more, please. Two more for my collectors. Well, they're trying to come out, but those of you that may be new here, I only take flyers. So, and I have old lady hands, and so I don't shuffle fast. Here it is. Here's one. Good grief. What in the Sam Hill? My gosh, y'all. Somebody is literally seeing the light here. That's for one or two of y'all out there this week. And for somebody, this is again, I don't think this is the majority. Well, it could be. Okay, this could be somebody that made a bad choice and held back their feelings. Maybe was cold to you. Might be coming. That might. I think that's what this is involving. It could be a love thing because I do have the Two of Cups here. And they don't want conflict. They're going to tell you they've been agonizing about this. So even if this is not a love reading, because I didn't specify that, I want one more card. But now I've got the Ten of Cups, which happiness. Things are being eliminated. Happiness, fertility, again, in whatever way that looks for you, things being nurtured. And happiness, the Ten of Cups is all the stuff. You know, the dog, the picket fence, the happy relationship. I'm gobsmacked here. One more card. I'm feeling one more card, please. Could be. I was wondering that. I had the feeling. I was wondering maybe if that was the case with even Michelle, because I know she had been talking about a new job. It could be. I did not specify love. My goodness. Well, hang on. Let me see. What is this saying now down here? Sorry. Seven of Cups. Spoiled for choice. Confused because I don't know which one to pick. You may have, D, if this is job for you, you may have more than one. That's what it looks like. Now, if this is some kind of a relationship situation, it is somebody from your past, somebody that you have already known. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but somebody from your past where there were feelings between you two of some kind, friends, family, coworker, is saying, "Can we bury the hatchet? Can we just bury that hatchet? Can we just, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I just want my independence. I want to be." No, I heard in my head, it's not that I want to be, it's that I'm claiming. That's it. I'm claiming my independence from this. I have done enough. I've gone into the cave. I'm reflected enough. I'm separating in my mind between what is reality and what I want. In other words, kind of like the illusion from the reality here this week. Yep. I have my judgment I'm hearing has been clouded. My vision has been clouded. I've not been able to see. My fear, has been triggered. I've been feeling unstable. Um, not wanting to give or feel or have anything to do with feelings, I'm going to say. But if this is a romantic partner, I mean, I think this is saying in a more general sense, regardless of what it is, Aaron, you could be right about that. Aaron's saying maybe Neptune. I know there's some big shifts. And I want to say, There is also, I've heard a couple of podcasts about a wave of energy that's coming. This is not a astrological thing. This is a planetary awakening wave that's coming, and it's never happened. This particular kind of wave has never really happened before, and it's here. It's here starting now toward the end of through the end of June. Um, and some of you are being. I'm hearing. I don't even need these cards tonight. Some of you are being triggered. Your heart is getting triggered or has been triggered. And maybe this is what's coming in and you just can't see it yet. You're going to be able to see it this week. It's coming to the light. But I think some of you have just been, you've been holding back, you've been shutting down. I think I'm hearing out of self-defense. Again, this could be job. Somebody at your work could have just said the wrong thing, could have done the wrong thing. And I think you felt what I'm feeling for a lot of you. You've just felt like it's not safe to be in my feelings right now. And for some of you, or at least one of you out there, you've been feeling like really up and down emotionally with no particular reason, no specific reason, just like, what is going on? I've been on this emotional roller coaster. So let me just shut all that down because I have to function over here, you know? hmm Things are not in a good place. I don't want to be here. Some of you, this could have been affecting your money, but but you've been afraid. Again, I keep getting this. Some of you, this is being caused by your own fear. Um, Afraid to go in the water, afraid to dive into the water, whether that's work projects. This it doesn't feel so much like work, but relationships of all different kinds. You, yeah. And typically, this Three of Cups, I don't know who I'm reading for, but I'm reading for somebody out there where this message is going to hit home. This Three of Cups in the upright talks about celebration, talks about coming together with friends and having a good time, right? So maybe that's what you need to do, help to open your heart. But for somebody out there, this is telling me you're having trouble being around people. You're literally, and I know I have been, but I'm not just saying that because of me, but a couple of my students have talked about that too. You're feeling, what I'm getting at is you're feeling extra sensitive right now. Even though you know all these, you know these people intimately. They're your friends. They're people you know wouldn't hurt you. It's not about that. It's being, your senses are like in hyperdrive right now. That's for somebody out there. Yeah. So you're like, and before I even looked at this next card, it's like I want to protect my energy bubble. This is the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is like, I've made it to the top of this high ground. I'm defending my high ground because other people are trying to take the high ground. But in this artwork, in this deck, notice how there's a bubble around her. Like, I want to protect my space at all cost. So for somebody out there, this message is about that, protecting your space, pulling your energy back. Now, this could be that you've been doing that, I think. That's how you've been feeling. You may still be this week. But what I'm seeing is this whole bottom row is way different than the top row. You know, temperance, high priestess in reverse. This means things are coming out, things are being seen now. What's being seen? Maybe new things are coming to you, new revelations are coming to you, new insights, things that maybe you didn't even know you enjoyed doing, or you didn't know that lit up your heart like that. Try things new too. This is part of the energy of the Empress, doing new things, being fertile in life. if you've never picked up an adult coloring book, go do that this week. You'll be surprised how that'll wake up your creativity. This is also about creativity. Now, for some of you, you're going to feel like, oh, I'm just not doing that. There's that, that I'm saying that because of that Ace of Hearts. What? No, where is it? Hang on, let me find it again. Yeah, Ace of Cups, excuse me. In reverse, some of you feel like whatever this feeling is, I'm not even sure if it's a person, an event, an opportunity. For somebody, it could just literally be a new internal feeling. And you're saying, oh, I'm not sure about this. People don't really sit on a rainbow. It's just an illusion. It's too good to be true, maybe. So this is really, I'm feeling this reading tonight. Now, what I'm not sure about is if they're telling you that's what's coming or that's, so I'm going to get the little deck over here and ask for advice for you guys. Well, there you go, Adia. That's exactly how I have felt too. And I didn't know this was going to be a reading about that. I had no clue, but it feels important. This feels different than most of my weekly check-ins. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why, but it feels more important. So what's the advice for you, collective? Okay. Don't be too hasty to make choices. Okay. All right. So don't rush into anything. At the same time, don't be too cold. Don't be, manipulative, because sometimes when we're guarding our feelings, we don't mean to, especially because I know I'm talking to a lot of Scorpios here. We don't mean to be cold to people. But when we're feeling like we need to guard ourselves and our feelings, sometimes we can come across as this King of Swords. We can come across as really like a block of ice. And so don't go to the extreme here. What other advice, please, for my collective here? That's true for you, Aaron. I know. I don't mean to be, but ooh, sorry, that is way too many. Could you give me just one or two? Just or here we go. Now the Eight of Wands is in the upright, which means things are starting to move. But again, what I don't like is these two cards next to each other. Cold, maybe a manipulation with your words or with your forward motion, what you decide to do moving forward is not a good combination. So it's warning you against that. It is a protective mechanism, and especially for Scorpios. Yep. We are very, very guarded about who we share with in the first place. You don't get into the inner circle of a Scorpio without having gone the distance, proven yourself 100 times over. You know where the bodies are buried. You have to have shown your loyalty before you get to a Scorpio's inner circle. So, and that's because we don't trust lightly, but if we trust you, you better be trustworthy. And so we know that, and we don't want to be vulnerable. So we really guard ourselves. Yeah, guard, and here it is. Because if you go into this energy this week, if you let yourself get triggered and things come out of your mouth from that place, you're going to create conflict. It's very clear. Yeah. And just more unbalanced. There you go. More unbalanced. You're going to feel unstable. Yep. Yep. I'm hearing two more cards. This is interesting. Wow, this is feeling so much like this. Some of the other messages I was hearing earlier. And I'm not, this is not confirmation bias. It's not what this is at all. This is something different. Okay. Give me two more, please. Two more, please. Because you will regret it. You will regret this because it's not the real you. It's deceptive. What you may be triggered to feel if you rush into something this way. And the reason I keep saying rush into, don't make don't ma- feel like you don't feel pressured to make a choice this week is what I'm hearing. So like if this is a job, yeah, don't feel pressured. Oops, I got more than I realized. Mm-hmm. Well, yes, because what you don't want people to know, this is exactly what we were just saying. And Aaron, you're right. You may come across as this if you're not careful. Those words are going to come out of your mouth. It's going to create conflict. And it's deceptive because that's not really who you are. And you're going to be sorry you did it because this is really who you are. This is who you want to be, who you truly are, that you're protecting that heart, the Queen of Cups. And then guess what? If you let yourself get triggered or you choose too quickly and you feel pushed into something this week because you're trying to protect your heart and your feelings, it's going to feel like an immediate knee jerk. I want to run. I want to run. This is to me tonight. This card feels like fight or flight, and I'm flighting. I'm fleeing. I'm taking, yeah, if that's because you're scared. It just that feels like a knee jerk. Because why? Because you just don't want to you don't want to feel like this. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to regret, excuse me. You don't want to get stuck in regret of spilled milk or spilled cups, spilled emotions. Yeah, this is very, I'm going to say this. I don't know if I've ever said this in a reading, but I'm going to say it now. This feels like a very transformative, important message for, I don't know if everybody, but somebody. But it feels bigger than a situation. This feels like a collective energy that's coming in that's giving us the opportunity to overcome ourselves because we likely will get either triggered to go into this King of Swords in reverse energy this week because of something being defensive about something that a person, I think this is going to be a person that comes toward us. This could be a new boss who just treats you so nicely and gives you the opportunity to pick three different work projects. You can have whatever you want, honey. We value you, and you don't believe it. Nobody's ever said something like that to you. You're used to people treating you badly or taking you for granted. You're not used to somebody being nice to you like that. And so, healing and looking and dealing with our shadow side is like an onion. You just keep peeling layers. And this feels like a really big layer for somebody out there of potentially peeling another layer of your shadow side this week because you're likely going to get triggered. And there it is. There's the transformation right there. You're going to, yeah, get triggered. And there's that Page of Pentacles in reverse again. Transformation, Four of Wands. For somebody, this could be a relationship, somebody coming in saying, but it's not all about that. It also represents family and home. And then the Hierophant. This could also be tradition, institutions, jobs, companies, but could be a guru or could be somebody, could be your therapist. Goodness. Oh, there, that card is starting to repeat now. So I'm really stupid retrograde. I hear that. Hey, Deborah, good evening, honey. Welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. Yeah, really. I'm not even, I'm in denial about the Mercury retrograde. We're already in shadow. Geez. I'm trying to sell a house, which is a whole other interesting story um, that I won't go into here. I don't know what more to say about this, guys, other than you're very likely going to get triggered this week. You're going to, as I'm just repeating myself, a recap. I think you're, this could be a person coming in that is trying to be nice. Maybe they weren't in the past. Anyway, you're defensive. You probably hadn't talked to this person, or you are afraid to talk to this person, even I just heard. Because I'd rather sit over here in the quiet and just think about this a little more. So watch yourself. Watch yourself. Yeah, this is just going to be something is ending this week. Now, what that is, I'm not saying it's your job or your relationship. It could be a pattern. It could be your pattern of getting triggered is ending this week. That I feel like is what's transforming. What is transforming here? Okay. Well, yay us if that's the case. Anything else? Any last card? Well, and me too. Yes, Adia, me too. I claim this too. And I did do my little quickie reading there, my little 1 minute reading, talked about justice and what was the other card? It was a Wheel of Fortune in the upright for just a general energy check-in. That was in the energy. So yeah, it's about time. Yeah. Be in your strong, confident self. She don't take no crap. She don't give no crap. Well, maybe once in a while. When she's in reverse, she gives crap, but no, she does. She's full of herself, but in a good way when she's in the upright. She is confident. She knows who she is. She knows she's capable. You know, oh God, I'm just getting so many messages. um, see if you can see. Can you see these? This is just a whole grouping of candles lit around her. And I'm hearing it's like you being up. Where is it? Oh, did I shuffle it away already? Yeah. This looks to me a lot like the Seven of Wands up on that hill, defending your territory. Only now, look, she doesn't have the bubble around her. Now it's because she knows who she is. She knows her worth. She's ready. She's got her wand, but she doesn't even need it. She's not even looking. She's looking over here at the light in her hand. She has the ability to manifest light. Where's my mic? You have the ability in whatever's coming this week, collective, to choose. You can choose the light. See how she's looking at that? I overcame it. Yay me. I'm ending on that. I'm just not even. It's all that needs to be said there. So this is a spiritual I'm hearing turning point for somebody out there this week will be like you're claiming your power back in some way. Or you're overcoming a pattern, or you're refusing to get triggered somehow this week. Oh, I like this reading. Yay, us. All right. I'm gonna end that there, or you know me, I'll just keep going to midnight. Yeesh. But I liked being in that energy. That felt really energizing. I like that. I like it. I'm laughing at your comment, Deborah. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Binge watching Dog Whisperer. Oh, yeah. So satisfying, isn't it? He's so good, and he's as good as he is with dogs. I think he's better with humans because, you know, there's no such thing as a bad dog. There's only bad dog owners, right? So bless his heart, he is truly the dog whisperer. I enjoy watching him. Occasionally, I'll pull up some YouTube videos of him. But you know what? It chokes me up when he talks about his dog. What was the dog's name that he had forever? His main one, his soulmate. He actually has talked about it that way. Oh God, I can see the dog. I can't think of its name yet. What? It's like one word is the dog. It's like it'll come to me at 2 o'clock in the morning. What was that dog's name? Come on. Somebody out there, Google that for me. Because he died, and when Caesar talks about him, he still, even to this day, he gets choked up. Okay, let me shuffle this back, and then we'll do Misha's reading. Okay, Michelle, did you post? Do I need to pull up your PayPal to look at your question? Mm. Oh, and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I'm sorry, totally forgot to say that at the beginning of the video, but I hope you've all had a wonderful Father's Day, and I wished my ex-husband a happy Father Day, and my younger son, um, because he's a dad of three, so I had to say that early this morning, and I kind of forgot about it. Okay, it's a general. It's just who or what is coming towards you. Okay, what deck? Okay, hardly ever use this one, but we'll see. Who or what is coming toward a Michelle or a Grace? Loving what you're doing on your channel. Let me say that again for anybody that's watching. Grace at Grace Happens Daily is her channel, and she's a YouTube channel, and she puts out some awesome content over there. Thank you, Erin. That is so, I love how you said that. Thank you. I wish everybody had that attitude. Erin says, thanks for the reading. I took what resonated. That's all that any reader could ever ask for. And if it doesn't resonate, it's just not your time. We're all on different timelines. It's just not your reading. But tomorrow might be. And I love that attitude. Thank you. Okay, what is coming towards Grace, aka Mish? Please and thank you. I'm not gonna say a word until I get more cards. I'm not judging that by one card. Y'all need to remind me to breathe every now and then. Crow's not here to tell me to breathe anymore and drink water. I mean, he stops in, but he doesn't get to stay. I worry about them. Him and Kitten, they're sweethearts. They're going through something. She says, but just no X anything. I heard that. Now, I think of the two of us, I would prefer no X even more than you. But I don't have control of that. So sorry, not my department. I mean, sort of, so you can see the cards yourself. I don't know. Can you? No, you can't really. So, death in reverse. Obviously, this is can be resistance to change. Now, I don't know if this is you or we did ask what's coming towards you. So, this could be someone or something that causes you to kind of put the brakes on a little bit. Let me see. Aaron says it's when you have your Mars conjunction to someone's moon and Scorpio, lots of unsaid things, but felt under. Oh, Aaron, that is tough. Oh, owie. Yeah, that's an underground river, brother. I'm just saying. Ouch. So, Michelle, I'm not sure though if this is because I asked the question, what's coming towards you? Okay. Ta-da. Well, why do I feel like this is you? So let me get into it. You know my process. I got to get into it a little bit more. But I have a King of Pentacles in the upright. That's great. This could very well be you, but it could be somebody else. This could be your new job offer. This could be I haven't asked you where you stand on that. You might have already accepted one. I don't know. Or this could just be a new friend, or it could be a new boss. It could be a new, I don't really have love cards here, but it could just be you're feeling more stable this week. I like that. More prosperous, of course. That's you know what these cards mean as much as I do. And then, but there's something about this, and I think it's this. So I don't know if this is telling me you're doing this or this person that's coming in is doing this because I do people, the court cards are people to me. So somebody that's resisting change, let me put it like this, somebody who's resisting change or resisting an ending, don't jump there yet, or who is afraid to change is coming in, but this causes conflict. Uh, this is one of my second favorite card in the tarot. Well, third favorite maybe, but least favorite. Excuse me. The five, coming in with an ego. Can I just say that? So this person, I think, is coming in like this, but it either causes you to be here and be defensive, or this is how they're coming in. because competition, defeat, winning at all costs. That's the ego and pride card, and I don't like that. And I think you're saying no, thank you, or you're having to say no, thank you, because that's the lack of motivation. I don't want that. It's like you can offer me that wand all day long, but I have lost any passion for it. Now, I did not say anything about your ex. I didn't. This could be your old boss coming back and offering you a job at the school again. I don't think that's what this is, but I'm just saying. And here's the other thing I feel this could even be um, something similar to that. It's like I'm hearing you might feel a little bit of deja vu. No job movement yet. Um, do you know what I'm saying? You might feel a little deja vu because some similar circumstance. Sorry, that hair is tickling my face and I can't stand it. I swear I wear it up all the time. I can't stand tickling my face. So this feels like there's just more here that I can't see yet. I got to keep pulling because this is not making sense yet. I don't want to guess. Uh, but this is someone you probably haven't been talking to or haven't yet talked to, or something you thought was in the past. I'm going to put it that way too. Something you thought had ended. Something you thought had ended, or that you tried to put an end to, or in your mind has ended. Um, so this is making me feel like when this person comes in and I feel like this, I can't believe this isn't in reverse. It feels like it's in reverse. Like this person is coming in like they're the King of Pentacles in the upright. That's not really, I don't think that's what is happening. And I think you're going to see right through it. And I think you're going to have this. You remember me saying there's a knee jerk thing happening this week in the general reading. And so if I think it causes you just to pull back and just whoa, 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 whoa. Now, if this isn't you and it's somebody else, no communication, no action. So that substantiates that. Again, this is not making a whole lot of sense. Let me get more cards. Like a fake stability. Yep. And I'm hoping this is not a job. Hang on, y'all. I'm hot all this. Let me turn that fan up. I hope this is not like a job thing. Somebody, in other words, somebody offering you a job that's really, they're making it sound better than it really is. Or this is a new boss who's coming in and, you know, I don't feel like that's what this is, though. Let me get more. Let me get more. Well, I knew that was going to come out. Yeah. Some kind of collaboration. They're trying to come in. This king, I feel, is really wanting to give you that pentacle, but I don't know what that pentacle is. Yeah. And you're going to say, now you saw me shuffling, and you're going to say, look, you need to face the truth. This is over. Or, because I know what this is sounding like, I'm trying not to say those words. But I think it just means this could back to the general reading I did a minute ago. You could be getting a truth about a cycle ending within you, like a pattern. Like, your radar could go off about this and you could see right through it because we know Scorpios are the most intuitive sign in the zodiac, and this might be something you're just going to see right through it. Now I want to get clarifiers on this. I want to ask what this King of Pentacles, why is he coming in? What is this offer? What? Show me. Who and what is this King of Pentacles here? Oh, so far it feels like a daily interaction with one of your teenagers. I couldn't see that. I can. But that's not what it feels like. So I don't know. Let me see. Oh, have mercy. What? This is, I keep trying to, I do so many love readings. I have to filter myself. Because let me pick it up. There's a small. So in truth, they're not even a page of pentacles. They're coming in like a king, and that's why I felt that energy. I'm so glad I clarified this. They're coming in and saying, "Oh, look at me! I'm stable now, and I have money, and or whatever, whoever, or I've got the perfect job, and or this even could be a relative pretending to be like this, when in fact they haven't really learned the lesson of bravado. I'm going to say that bravado, because in truth, I got 2 pages here. Excuse me, I got a knight and a page. So they're really, it's like that's why they are coming forward with such bravado. I'm pretending to be the King of Pentacles, when in fact, I got a knight and a page here, and they're both in reverse. This is somebody who's not steady, who's not dependable, who doesn't, I'm hearing, really know who they are yet. That could be a teenager who doesn't really know who they are yet, who hasn't learned the lessons that they need to, who is, I just heard, I heard risky business, but in a joking kind of way, not. But you make of that what you will. They're just not settled. I keep hearing they're not settled. They don't really, and they're not mature. What else? Yeah, and they're hiding. They're hiding this. They're trying to hide this from you. They're somehow trying to manipulate you. Who is this? What else? Tell me more about this King of Pentacles. I don't know. um, None. I'm squinting because these are not the greatest. I have to get wet right up close to the screen, even with these glasses on. You are a 53-year-old immigrant, or is that somebody you're dealing with? And Grace, you're Mrs. Robertson. Your readings, I have to get 3 or 4, 12 decks out before they make sense to me. Your readings are always complicated. Because you are a very in-depth person. It's just, you're just not a surface person. I love that about you. So I guess that, I mean, if I was just reading a surface energy, I would absolutely say this is somebody, you're probably your ex coming in, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not. I'm trying real hard not to do that. Oh, you're dealing with. Yeah. Yeah, I had one of those. I want a couple more cards on this. What does this King of Pentacles want? I'm not taking those. What does this King of Pentacles want? Come on. Turn it over. You don't want to tell me, huh? That was the magician trying to peek out. We don't have a light. Come on, guys. Come on, team. One more shuffle. Nope. I've said what I said. I'm going to try one more with this deck. Oh, they're saying no. This one. Can you tell me more, please, about this King of Pentacles? Please and thank you. Hey, Benda? Bendai? Benda? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry I even asked. Are you going to tell me anything else about this King of Pentacles? All right, what is this? All right, forget it then. Forget it. What is this? Tell me about this Five of Swords. Oops, flipper. Well, okay. Missed opportunity, but what else? I know. Have you ever seen anybody shuffle this much? Well, they're coming out. They're just flipping inside the deck. Ooh, yes. All right, give me a minute here. Michelle, if this is not your ex, which I'm trying not to make it, you know that. I'm trying hard, but this is sure. You know what these cards mean. Somebody who's codependent or not single or not doing well being in whatever situation they're in, not happy about. Now, this is like an inner decision. I know what I have to do, and that's walk away, but I'm in conflict about it. Because there's no stability here, and I don't like that. And all the cards here are saying, so I'm at this crossroads. I'm trying so hard not to make this about your ex, but missed opportunity. So if this is not your ex, somebody here, this King of Pentacles, whoever this is, like I said, could be your former boss, could be your in-laws who left you high and dry, could be, Lord knows. No. Tell me about this ace. Why is the passion lost here? Why? Lack of motivation, lack of energy. Why is this ace in reverse here? Well, it crossed my mind. It might be that old SP. Oh, Deborah, did you? You haven't had any communication in a minute. And here, yeah, Mercury retrograde, here they come. I don't care what people say that's not a thing. It's a thing. I don't either. I'm tempted just to scrap all of these cards and start over. I'm not understanding what Spirit's trying to give me here. Look, geez. The Ace of Wands in reverse is clarified by an Ace of Wands and a star, both sideways. So it's something trying to turn around for you, and or somebody trying to turn something around with you. And I think you're just saying, meh, meh, meh. That's what that energy feels like me. You can strut all you want to. I'm just not into you anymore, or into the job, or into the. I know you can't make that up. What is this collaboration? What is it they want to collaborate? Show me. What is the Three of Pentacles? What is the collaboration, or what is it's the devil, Mr. Toxic over here. Now it came out sideways. You know what that means. Ah. Ooh, now we have another king here. King of Wands. Well, I know this isn't a love reading. I'm trying not to make it about that, but this could be somebody coming in that I'm talking about this king now. So maybe it's the same person. I'll allow that this could be a King of Pentacles trying to pretend he's a King of Pentacles when he's really not. He's these pages. So then that didn't work. So he's going to come back around as a King of Wands. But he's, you know what this card means. This is toxicity. This is addictions. This is being restricted, held back. I'm just, y'all, in case you don't know, I'm not going to air her whole story here, but I know the backstory of her and her ex, and I'm so trying not to talk about that, but this story sure kind of wants to go there in my mind. So I'm scrapping all the cards. I'm going to pull some new ones. What do you think about that? Ha 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 ha. Because, I'm human, and if I don't get it, I'm going to start over till I do. I don't give up. One thing about me, I am tenacious as hell. Some people call that stubborn. I just call it tenacious. Well, then it's not your reading. If it's not resonating, it's not your reading. Righty. I'm going to get a different deck for you, but I'm going to put that there. We're going to try a different deck. What's coming toward Michelle? Now we're talking. What that was. We're just erasing that whole last 20 minutes. I'm not sure what the comment is you're asking about, Aaron. But I don't think it's right to generalize fixed sign. Oh, you're talking about me. Oh, what I said. Maybe I can't speak about other signs. I can only speak about me. We can, in general, be kind of bad about digging our heels in. Oh, yeah. Happiness, personal satisfaction, gratification. Michelle, I'm talking to you, that you have waited for. So, something that's going to make you happy this week that you have waited for. I might burn that one of the deck. I did not like that energy. I didn't. I didn't. Have mercy. Deborah, you're saying, yeah, better. Yeah, no, no, thanks to the chaos, he stays with his first ex-wife, who's a neighbor about 300 feet from his house. Holy moly. Because he doesn't like being alone, but he wants someone to care for him correctly. Yeah, that's it. That's the epitome of a codependent person. I don't want to be alone. Yeah. Yep. I know those people. And you can't really blame them. I mean, you can, but it won't do you any good. It's most of the time that comes from their childhood. Like, for example, my ex is like that, and he was the middle of 5 children. He was never alone. He didn't know how to be alone. It's not their fault. It's how you grew up. Me, on the other hand, it's what I do best. I'm very okay in my own company. Okay, you are struggling. You're going to laugh when I say this to you. What's coming toward you is happiness. And you know what? You waited for this, for your ships to come in. And guess what? It's going to cause you an internal tower because you don't know what to do with happiness. You've been struggling so long, you don't know what to do with it because you're about to have an end and you don't know what to do. It's just like, oh no, wait. What do you mean I don't have to struggle? Wait a minute. Hold on now. Hold on. I'm not ready to let go of that. He was the fourth of 11 kids, 9 were boys. There you go. Same thing. And that's why he does that. It's not their fault. They don't know how to be alone. I have a friend who's a woman friend. She's Indian, actually. Same thing with her. She was, from the moment she was born, she was never alone. So they don't know how, that's normal. They don't know how to be alone. It's not, again, it's not, doesn't mean they're flawed or broken because of that, but it's just not a match for me. What can I say? You're saying you don't know about this. This is what you don't know about. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I don't know how to be happy. I don't know. Well, you do know how to be happy. What I'm saying is you just haven't had the luxury of uh, doing anything but struggling for a long time. This is a cautionary tale, not to hang on to those old thoughts of restriction and limitation. Okay, there, I'm done. It is confirming that change is coming. Yes, that's what I feel here. And this does not feel like a bad tower. It feels like, but wait, I don't know how to deal with that. You know, it's that internal conflict of, what do you mean a cycle is ending? What, or trying to end? I'm not sure. Wait, what? Um, yeah, because spirits, I just talked about the 3 of Cups. because it came out, before. And I think Spirit's saying maybe you need to do a little bit more of this. Celebrate, be with friends, like you actually took a vacation and went to the beach. I was so proud of you. Yeah, that's a good thing. Because the more of that you do, the more you can heal this from your last, what, 5 years that you've been struggling. um, yeah, because that's I feel like this is saying this imbalance, this lack of op- uh, balancing. I'm just going to say it that way. It means impatience, but this lack of that is all right. Let me. I've got so much going on in my head. I can't get my tongue in sync with my brain. Ultimately, what I feel this is saying, and I think we touched on this before, is the opportunity is presenting itself. What's coming to you is the opportunity for happiness that you've waited a long time for. But be careful you don't push it away, because the pattern, the box that this is, all right, I'm going to set your story over here for a moment. This is a general statement about human beings. We tend to live our lives in a bit of a box. If we've been hurt, that's what that looks like. Well, that's one side. Or we've been this, and we build this little box of, and it's, God, I'm not saying this how I want to say it. We often don't have an experience outside of the box, so we can't relate to it. We can't even imagine it. We don't know what that feels like. We have to somehow trust enough to take the side of the box off, to look beyond that, to look up, to see the sky, not just the top of the box over our heads. And I kind of feel that's the energy. That's probably why I couldn't get that other reading. Because anyway, this feels like, be careful you don't self-sabotage, because you're so used to struggling. It's like, I don't know how not to struggle if somebody, and I mean, I know more than one person like that, who's basically grown up having to survive, and they don't really know that. It doesn't mean they like it, doesn't mean they want to stay there. But when that's all you've ever had to do, all you've ever known is struggle, if somebody gives you $1 million, you're probably going to spend it. That's what they say about lottery winners, but that's another story. It's just that you don't know how to be in that energy comfortably. You tend to feel like, what's wrong? Something's wrong. Where's the other shoe gonna fall? So there's a feeling here like that, that I don't. I mean, I could read this differently, but I'm reading what I'm feeling here. And you really became a laid back person in 1 week. I love that. Yeah, you did this, and it helped you to heal this. So the thing is, don't fall back into, you go back, you get into the same environment, the same challenges, and it's like vacation never happened. Try not to do that, because it's just going to hold you back. um, because I think this is just kind of a cautionary tale. You ask what's coming. What's coming is something that makes you real happy. Your tendency that you've waited for. Your tendency may be to have a knee-jerk reaction and go back. Oh, well, I can't. I don't know if that's to energetically. And neurologically, you're conditioned to feel this. Now it's in reverse, so you're healing it. That's good, but you're not quite there. You're not quite where you can just let it roll off your back. You're not quite where you can just embrace the good as if this is the normal, the norm for you. And so I think that might be what causes this kind. This could be an external conflict, but it feels more internal. And again, hold you back. You might go into that excuse me, negative thinking of, well, what if I make the wrong choice? What if I make a bad choice? What if, what if? And start losing sleep over it because you're not quite healed from this old pattern, I'm going to call it, of having to survive. You're worn out. And Spirit is saying, but you are being released from this, but don't make the mistake of making a bad choice, following that freedom with making a bad choice, because you're just going to end up back here again out in the cold. I think that the Four Pentacles is the miser, holding on, watching your money, and I know you've had to do that. Um, but this feels to me more like a message about when you hold something too tight, it falls through your fingertips. Like if you tried to hold, I don't know, gold nuggets, if you squeezed it, it would have to come out of your fingers or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and also if your hand is closed, you can't, it doesn't make room for anything else new to come in. You see what I'm saying? And so this is feel like, don't hold on too tight to the past disappointment, because something new is trying to come in. Something new is trying to come in. This is trying to, hearing jumpstart you into some new energy here. Yeah, you're just, again, you're so used to this imbalance. You're so used to having to struggle and fight. And something is trying to come in. Something is trying to come in. It's right there. It's slow. It's slow, but it's right there. This wonderful new opportunity. So don't overthink it. Okay. Only you do I use this deck, because this is my magic deck. I guess that's why Spirit didn't want to talk with that other deck. No, no, no. This is my offline deck, y'all, in case you didn't know. This is my personal deck, but once in a while, when things don't make sense, like tonight for her, I had to do that. Mm-hmm. I think that's exactly, yes, that's exactly what this is saying. And, not to get all, because you've heard me say this a million times. If anybody's heard this, you've heard it a million times about get busy getting happy, get busy, because that shifts your energy. It's all about your frequency. So, this and this is a different frequency, and it won't allow this temperance to be in the upright. It can't balance. It can't bring it, it's feels like it's blocking this forward movement. Yes. So find something to get happy about. Watch silly movies, watch, I don't know, silly YouTube, whatever. Play in your garden. Put your hands in the dirt. I literally just heard you need, yeah, go dig in something. Ground yourself. Put your feet in the dirt, literally. Oh, good. You've been intentional about that and have reset this month was allowed to get some new project. Oh, good. And I found out I'm super cool according to my kids. Of course you are. I'm just surprised they told you that. They don't usually like to share that secret. That was one of the most treasured moments of my lifetimes, if I may interject a brief story. When my older son was, I think he was a senior in high school, and that would have meant my younger son was a junior. Anyway, it was my first black belt test, and it wasn't enough that I was testing. The party at the after party was also at my house. What the hell was I thinking? That was a lot. But I remember after I took the test and got my black belt and all that, and then everybody came to my house for the party. I was in the dining room, and for some reason, everybody else had left the dining room, and I was in there, just moving some food around. And my older son walked through, and he looked at me and he said, "Mom," it's almost like he was fighting back saying it, bless his heart. But he says, "Mom, I just want you to know you're the coolest mom ever." I thought, oh God, take me now, take me now. Of course, he's never ever said anything like that since then, but I treasure that moment, right? Well, see, I think that is the very thing this message is about for you. Exactly. I really do. I think this is saying that's exactly what you need to do. You need to be in that kind of energy more. It shouldn't be the exception. It should be the rule. Now, I know we can't all be like we are on vacation every day. That's a big ask. I get it. But I do feel like Spirit is saying there's something you're just too. Don't shoot the messenger. You know that I love you, but you're too tight. There's something I'm feeling this restriction. Now, if I had walked in your shoes, I'd be feeling that too. I'm not judging you. You know I'm not judging you. I think life has done that to you, sweetheart. So, again, no judgment. It's just when we're like that, if you're doing clenching, just like I talked about with that Four of Pentacles, if you're internally, you externally, you're putting on a brave face, but internally, you're clenching, that is a frequency of energy that's saying, I can't take anymore. Well, you can't take any more what? This? Because it's not able to come in. So you need to, I don't like to say that you need to, but Spirit is saying, the cards are saying, if you want this to come in, you've been waiting for it, you need to do a little bit more of this. Celebrating, happy, being with friends, doing things that make you happy, and um, not feeling, I'm hearing also, not performative, because I think I heard in my head when I said that, I heard your voice saying, yeah, I'll do my YouTube stuff. Now, I get how that is satisfying and that's a feel good thing because here I am. But Spirit's cautioning you that can become performative. It's not the same thing. There is a distinction here about you doing something, you doing things that really feed you on a different level. I don't know why I had to tell you that, but I did. Type A and move like by the minute. I hear you. Anything else you want to tell her, Spirit? I'm also hearing this tower. The second message about that is there, it's like you had a mini tower when you went on vacation, in that I think you had a realization, kind of like what you're saying here. Oh, wow, I'm cool. My kids liked me when, it's like, yeah, I had Like it caused you to really think about the contrast between normal life and vacation life. Or if it didn't, it maybe should. Did I drop one? No. And there you are. And there you are. Yeah. So that's the bottom line. All of this is saying, if you do this, stop clenching, stop, try to open your arms a little bit and trust that God's going to take care of you. You'll get back on your throne with your heart in the right place. Ah, I love it. Yes. Yep, that Hierophant. And we know in this case, I think that means higher power is how I'm going to take that. Anything else you want to say to Michelle? We should enjoy our days. Yes, my oldest said, I'm tense, and they all, well, that's right. Listen, you're the captain of that ship. If you're tense, don't you think they're all tense? Of course. You are there. You're the sail. So where you're pointed is what they're going to feel. You're just a little, a big mirror. Mm-hmm. So watch what you're saying to yourself. Nine of Swords. Watch your communication. And I don't think that this is about other people. This is within yourself. We talked about this, didn't we? Didn't the last reading? I think it was the last one or the one before that. We talked about this. Watch your mind. I don't feel like, it could be communication, yes, with your kids, since you said that, because this popped out right when you were talking about that. But it kind of came out sideways, which makes me think, and it came out right on top of this king. So I'm inclined to think, and then it fell right underneath this temperance card. I think that's where spirit is wanting you to find a little more balance, is in that communication. And also, I know this is not a feelings card, but what is communication but communicating how we're feeling? That's, unless it's I'm going to the grocery store, but you know what I'm saying? It's usually about how we're feeling. Mhm. Mhm. Yep. So try not to be in this energy. This is for reflection, because we know you're worn out, you're tired, okay. And sometimes you come off a little cold. We know that can happen to us because Scorpios can take a lot more than other signs. But when we got our back against the wall, we're gonna fight. We're gonna come. That stinger's gonna come out. So yeah, and you don't want to be. Yeah, that's just all that's saying the same thing. So don't let your stinger come out. Hey, Nancy. Oops. Yeah, that's what creates instability. And I think now this really is talking about within your household. Excuse me. Because, well, I think that's the story you're resonating with, but I also, this King of Pentacles in reverse that talks about instability falls right underneath this card. And when I look at this, just really drawn to artwork tonight. When I look at the Five of Wands, look, these look like all young men. This could be your house. Look at these. Look at this. So when you're in this energy, this is what can happen: instability, and your boys start, yeah. And I'll say something else to you too. Yeah, you got to be the sweetheart on the horse with the cup. Be the not the Queen of Cups in reverse, because that just puts you at this. I don't know whether to go right or left. It's kind of your anyway. I'm getting further down. This is a message that's bigger than your house, though. This is I'm going to say this about Scorpios. Not all Scorpios, for those listening, are enlightened beings. Of course not. There are enlightened and unenlightened people in every zodiac sign. I always like to make that clear. But I know this Scorpio that I'm doing this reading for, and I know she has a higher mission in this world, and I know Spirit is really putting her through it, has put her through it. And so I want to be clear that this message is not just about your house and your household and your children. This message, this saying, it, and I know we've talked about this in one of your other readings, it's bigger than that. It feels like we want you to learn how to be happy, because if you don't, blah, 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 all the messages, that this is also in the bigger picture going to affect your stability in the bigger picture of how you are perceived by people. And I'm also hearing a message. Remember, your Scorpios tend to be the best mirrors for people. That's why we're all about transformation. It isn't that we go in like a wrecking ball into people's lives. It's because we go in as a mirror. And so you need to work on this so that you are a very clear mirror, because that's part of your path. And you can't be like this guy in the reverse, or even sideways. Spirit is wanting, I'm just, how I do. I'm just going on the what I'm feeling too, and the message is coming. Spirit wants you to be as clear a mirror. Say that 3 times fast. As clear of a mirror as you can be going forward, because it makes a difference. I'm trying to say this. Trying to put the feeling into words is so difficult. You can trigger people in all kinds of ways. You can be a mirror for people in all kinds of ways. Um, but the clearer you can be, the quicker and clearer the message is going to be for the person that you are being the mirror for. I hope that makes sense. Wait 1 second. I missed your last comment there. Hey, from West Virginia. Hey, Bear. Good evening. Yes, because you can change it. Yes. 2 readings ago. When the sword is flying, he says, "Nice job." Oh, of course he would say that. Made sure for a whole week to go with the flow. Well, apparently they liked it. Your spirit team liked that you did that. They just want you to keep it up, do more of it. Yep. And the clear, yeah, a mirror and clearer is better. I mean, that's just okay. Now, you weren't here when I started this reading. I was talking about yesterday. I treated myself. I took myself to the movie. I even bought myself that expensive popcorn because, I was treating myself. And I went to see Disclosure Day. And it was so good. So, so, so good. And again, I'm just going to tell my truth. My truth is, it was an excellent, excellent movie. And one of the things, and I don't want to give it away to anybody who hasn't seen it, so spoiler alert, but one of the elements, I'm not going to say who does what, but one of the elements in this movie was how the main character, well, one of the two main characters, ends up being a reflection for people. And I'm not going to give away more than that, but I'm just saying that there's no accident that Steven Spielberg would put that element in his movie. So the more intuitive, and it was the message about intuition, that was the theme throughout the movie. The more you listen to your intuition, the more you become a clearer mirror for everybody around you. Go see the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie. Your cortisol came down and my nervous system was nice. Ta-da! I know, I know. It's exactly. Now, I mean, I'm not saying it makes your troubles go away or it makes your bills go away, but whew, bless that bit when you pay your power bill, bless that bill. Thank you, God, that I live in a day and age and a time and a country where I have power. Thank you, God, where I can, even though gas is exorbitant, I have gas I can put in my car. Just try to make everything something, find something, no matter how small, and everything. I'm saying that more for other people than you. I know that you know that already. But I'm just feeling like this is a bigger message. And I hear very clearly too, go back and listen to the earlier message because I feel like that really applies to you this week. The energy that's coming in for the change this week, there's a big wave of transformational energy that's coming into the planet, everybody, um, these next couple of weeks. So that might affect you because I know you're very sensitive. Anything else for Michelle? Okay, you're going to laugh. I hope you'll laugh. I'd love to make you laugh. Buy some new socks. Buy yourself some new socks. I'm willing to bet you're walking around with sneaker socks that have a hole in it because you won't buy them for yourself, but you buy them for your kids. All right, what else? Oh, yeah, and they're showing me you making like I I'm laughing. Y'all can't see her comment, but she says, "I was just putting socks away. Are you serious?" Yeah. Are you eating pancakes with syrup too? Because I'm swear they're telling me something about you had a dilemma about syrup on your pancakes. I don't know if you were out of syrup or you wanted syrup, but you didn't want the calories of syrup or something. And they're saying eat the darn syrup. Put the syrup on your pancakes. For real, absolutely for real. Yes. I love that. That's so funny. Oh my God, you're putting away your socks as I talk about socks. Well, there you go. uh, Lord have mercy. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? I don't know what to do. I might have to clear the energy out of this deck because it just was. I don't know what was going on with that. I'm gonna put my selenite on there right now. Let's see what happens. And my friend, she said, "Okay, I just put 2 bottles of syrup in my pantry." All right, good, 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 good. Don't skip on your syrup. Oh, funny, funny. Random. I know, totally random. But you know that comes in sometimes. All right, gang. Well, I reckon that's gonna do it for me. I don't think anybody else did ask for a reading if I'm not mistaken. I actually did my hair for y'all tonight. Don't you actually? Aren't you proud of me? Oh goodness. Okay. So it's summer. You're done with vacation. What are you doing the rest of the week? Michelle, I'm talking to you. What are you doing with the boys the rest of the week? I haven't used that little deck in a while. Those felt nice tonight. Thank you. Oh, gosh. Yep, last call. Last call. Going once, going twice. Oh, you have a week without your kids? Oh, you might get into some. Where's that 3 of cups? Where is that 3 of cups? Yeah, now I understand. Make yourself some pancakes, put syrup on it, go buy yourself a bottle of wine, whatever, you're doing projects, whatever I want, really. Wow, woohoo party, no kidding. So many unfinished. Well, okay, I know, I do too, but you heard that message. I think Spirit wants you to do something besides projects this week, something for yourself. Personal happiness. That's what the 9 of cups is. Not the 10 of cups, 9 of cups. So be sure in that schedule, you schedule something sweet and nice that you want to do personally. Oh, awesome. A miracle. Somebody took me to lunch and I'm already having fun. Good Lord. I know a miracle. I can't imagine all 4 of your boys thrifting, coffee, gym, sleep. That sounds like a perfect week, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, figure out what it is. We'll just ask Spirit, hey. Or you probably won't need to. It'll probably come to you anyway. Well, good Lord, girl, I am happy as can be for you. You deserve that. Oh, that's awesome. I am tickled. I can't imagine. All 4 of your boys. Okay. All right. Now I understand why the 9 of cups came out for you. All right, good week to get in sync with that energy then. You got a great opportunity here. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness. US one where they playing reading cards and there you go, napping and plants. Yep. I really saw you digging in the dirt. They want you to get grounded. It, whatever. It's not just grounding that helps, but you don't get any time away from them. I know. You always have one or the other. Well, girl, enjoy yourself. Spoil yourself. I know you'll do the projects. I'm not worried. I'm going to say that to you, but have fun this week. All right, gang. I'm going to say good night. Do you study astrology? No, I do not. It's not, I have a lot of other things in my toolbox, but that is not one of them. I enjoy astrology, but it's not my expertise. I have other things. Okay. Well, I'm going to bid you, good people, a wonderful evening and a fabulous week. And I'll see you when I see you. I've got projects too this week. So I'm going to say good night. I hope you all sleep well. Have a fabulous week. And I'll see you on the tube soon. Y'all take care. Many blessings.